everyone, this is Warhawk Beyond 2040 and welcome to a very special edition of the Jazz Albums Review Series. And today I'm going to be taking a look at a brand new 2023 debut release from one of the bright young talents on the scene today. She's the whole package, an incredible pianist, an outstanding musician, and a great composer in her own right. And for me, this is an absolute honor to be talking about her today on this series with all of you. And I consider her to be the future of music. And I think she's going to go on to have a great career and go on to do very big things down the road. And the young lady I'm talking about, of course, needs no introduction whatsoever. I am talking about, of course, one and only, the lovely and talented pianist and composer, Marie Ginocchio. Now, Marie Ginocchio has been playing the piano for around 5 years already, and she's gone from being a self taught student to being hailed as a prodigy by fellow musicians worldwide, and rightfully so, because Marie is an outstanding pianist, and you can hear influences of jazz and classical in her playing, and you can see that through her series of live YouTube solo piano performances. And Marie grew up listening to legendary jazz pianists, the likes of Oscar Peterson, Bill Evans, Vince Guaraldi, and of course the legendary Chick Corea. Now, Chick Corea was a major influence for Marie, not just on her development, but on her musical education as well. And she participated in Chick Corea's online course before his untimely passing in 2021. And she learned from Chick Corea the art of subtle textures that he learned alongside legendary musicians such as Willie Bobo, Blue Mitchell, Herbie Mann, and Stan Getz. And Marie has, of course, a personal love for great pianists such as Makoto Ozone and Hiromi Uehara. So, for today's edition, I'm going to be taking a look at Marie Ginocchio's debut recording, which is called Wonderland. Now, just like in the title, Wonderland is heavily inspired by the classic books Alice in Wonderland and Through the Looking Glass. And in a way, you kind of can look at this album as kind of a concept album. And for Marie's debut recording, she's done everything herself, not just in the compositions, but the album cover as well. And after listening to this album several times now, I can honestly tell you I am absolutely blown away by not just how good the playing is, but the production, the quality as well. It's an amazing sounding album, and the music, of course, is very heavily influenced by Chick Corea, which is, of course, no surprise, as he was a big part in Marie's musical and educational development. And you can clearly hear Chick's influence throughout the music. And at times it does sound like Eye of the Beholder, especially on certain tracks, do sound very similar to Passage, Edzinda, and other pieces that were featured on Eye of the Beholder. But Marie doesn't try to copy or emulate Chick Corea. She's very much her own person with her own original identity and her own voice on the piano. So the tracks we got here are Alice in Analysis, Curiouser and Curiouser, Who'd Ever Think to Look for Me Here, Cheshire Cat, Where People Walk Upside Down, The March Hare, What If I Should Fall, Into Talgary Wood, and In the Shadow of the Queen. So some really good tracks on this album. And as I said, at times it does sound like Chick Corea, and at other times I can hear some influences of Keith Emerson. I can hear some Bartok in there. I can also hear some influences of Bill Evans, Oscar Peterson. I can hear so many different influences in Marie's playing, but it's all Marie doing what she does best and just playing to the fullest, and her abilities are just showcased all throughout. So let's have a look. So there's the CD, and there is Marie. That's the talented young lady there. And this album is a real testament to how good Marie is and how good she's going to be later on in life. And I think she's going to be one of those people. I think she's just going to keep getting better and better. I don't think she's planning on slowing down anytime soon. And what a debut this is already. And I'm looking forward to seeing what Marie has up her sleeve next. So, should be a very interesting journey to see where she goes from here. So, standout tracks for me are Alice in Analysis, Who'd Ever Think to Look for Me Here, Cheshire Cat, What If I Should Fall, In the Shadow of the Queen, and Where People Walk Upside Down. But it's a great collection of songs. There's no duff track here. Everything is great from start to finish. No bad tracks in sight. And for me, this is one of the hidden gems of 2023 already. And I've got a good feeling about this album. I think this album is going to do very, very well. And I think Marie's just getting started. And I think she's got a lot more in store for us for in terms of where she goes next. So there you have it. Marie Ginocchio Wonderland, an amazing debut recording, and as I said already, one of the hidden gems of 2023. And I think this is going to do very well, and I think this is going to be one of the big albums of the year. And for me, it's already one of the big albums already. I think this is an outstanding album, and Marie's just going to keep getting better and better. So that's going to be it for me. I am going to wrap this up now. What's your favourite track from Wonderland? Is it Alice in Analysis, Curiouser and Curiouser, Who'd Ever Think to Look for Me Here, Cheshire Cat, Where People Walk Upside Down, The March Hare, What If I Should Fall, Into Tulgey Wood, or In the Shadow of the Queen? Or do you enjoy the entire album? There's no right or wrong answer. We all have our favourite tracks. You know what to do, guys. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, leave your thoughts and comments down below. And also make sure to check out Marie Ginocchio's YouTube channel where you can see all of her incredible solo piano performances. Highly recommend it. And I think you're in for a really special treat in terms of what Marie Ginocchio is all about. And also a special shout out to Robert Ginocchio for giving me the opportunity to talk about Marie's music and her debut recording. Much appreciated, and thank you so much to Marie for sending me an advance copy of her debut album. It really means a lot to me, and I really appreciate it. So until next time, take care, everybody, and stay safe. And once again, as always, much appreciated. Thanks for listening.